What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Best Women's Boxing Show, period. I'm Cynthia Conte, and I am joined by an MMA legend. I mean, your accolades, 17-time MMA world champion. You are the Grand Slam champion that holds belts in Bellator, MMA, UFC, Invictus, Strikeforce. Anything else that I'm missing, Cris? Besides a boxing title, which we're going to talk about. But yeah, welcome to the show, Cris Cyborg.
Thank you. For me, it's a pleasure to be here, Cynthia, talk to you. I think it's very nice when you can share a little bit about our camp, about our training, about our life for our fans. I'm really thankful for all my Cyber Nation fans. They was gonna complete this year 20 year we together, working together, and they are behind me. So I'm really happy to be here.
You just spoke about camp, and I learned that, well, I knew that you trained with Jose Benavides Sr., and Jose gave us an exclusive look at his new gym fortress up in Seattle. Is that where
Yes.
you were training with him, or did you train somewhere else with him?
No, I was there. I did a camp different place, but this time I went to his camp. His place is beautiful. I spent the time there training, peaceful, beautiful land, beautiful place. So the place we've been running every day there is amazing too. I really thankful. It's a really peaceful place, good for training, no distraction, just focus on training and very beautiful place.
You do have a fight May 17th, and funny enough, the May 17th is going to be your 20th anniversary in combat sports. I remember watching you years and years ago. I mean, we're both around the same age. Maybe I think I'm older than you. But May 17th, it's a full circle. You fought in San Jose and you beat Gina Carano. It was televised in the US. And now you're going back to San Jose. It's at Tech CU Arena. When you got the call to be the co-main event for this in San Jose, what was your immediate reaction?
The reality when I saw the date, when I see May 17, man, we need to make it happen. This is gonna be a perfect epic day. San Jose is an amazing place. I love there. The story started over there. When I fight Gina Carano, like you said, there was like a special place. So it's gonna be amazing, complete 20 years there. Work with Scott Coker and the Gilbert Melendez again. So it was a really amazing opportunity. And now it's happened, we signed up in May 17 in San Jose. It was going to be epic day, special day. I'm very thankful.
Is Since he's mentioned Scott Coker, it's called Fight Night 3. Is it all combat sports, or is it boxing, or is there MMA fights? What is it? Since
I believe you have it. So,
I only know
eh,
him in MMA, like Bellator and PFL. Okay.
yes, no, gonna have it like Muay Thai. I think we're gonna be first time we're gonna have a boxing. It's this fight, but I have another different martial arts there. So it was really cool. It's a mix of everything. I'm not sure if I have MMA, but I know I have a Muay Thai. Now I was gonna have a boxes different ways.
Well, you are taking on Precious Harris McCrae. She is coming off three knockouts, and both of you have fairly the same record. Now, I have to ask you, Cris, why did you want to choose boxing? I understand you want to hold a boxing title concurrently as you're holding your titles in PFL, and you're very well you're all your accolades. But why boxing? Why can't you just ride off into the sunset 20 years and be like, I'm good, I'm done. I don't want to abuse my body anymore. Just take
The
on
the
Bitcoin.
reality, the reality. This is a start like this. I was gonna do just one fight because I have a dream to do unboxing fight. The beginning because the beginning I did this martial arts. I started boxing a little bit, so I would like to do a boxing, but I will go into to MMA. And I did all my career MMA fights. But between my MMA fights, I have a wrestling tournament, jiu-jitsu tournament. I did a Muay Thai tournament. The one that was missing was a boxing. So soon I have the opportunity to do an unboxing fight. I say, okay, now I want to do an unboxing fight. So I was supposed to be just the one fight. But people been calling my team and say, would you like to Cris Cyborg Fire Boxer event? So I start to open the door. They say, why not? Maybe God opened the door for a different direction for me. So I know it's a different sport, but I love challenge. I love training. I started doing MMA even though I'm champion for a long time. I always go to the gym like I'm a contender number one. So didn't change my way to training, being champion in MMA. So is I'm the same intensity I've been training boxing. So I respect is a different sport. People say, ah, no, but you do MMA, it's easy boxing. No, it's not. It's completely different sports. You have to start all over again. You have to be humble enough to learn starting the bottom. And this is I'm starting the bottom. So, and I love it. I love it. I know it's nowhere have any responsibility there. I just have to learn and training. I love my team. I know how I have amazing camp with Benavides. There was a tough days. Tough days. I get out there and cry. Yes, this is tough days. It's different sport, but it's different challenge for me too. But I know this is gonna help a lot for me MMA. So it's a different bringing boxing to MMA. It's like gonna help me improve my game a lot.
Hmm.
And I like it. Like okay, people say, Chris, why are you doing this? You know, I do it because I love my job. I know I have a short time, so we started like the last couple. I have two fights, MMA fights, and I'm done. So I'm really thankful I have in my contract. I can fight in boxing between the MMA fights. So this is giving me more opportunity to be more active. So this is nice because I mean the last 2 years, now next 2 years, I'm going to be doing boxing and doing MMA, and I want to finish my career. I know I can finish already, but I will give it this for this. Gonna complete it maybe 21 years old. It's gonna be
Hmm.
mature enough
Wow.
and next year. So then I'm really happy. I love challenge. I know it's a boxing is tough, but I respect the sport because it's a
Hmm.
dedicated and training hard. I'm happy. I love. I think it's good to open I did the open opportunity for the women's MMA. I was not just thinking about me. So I'm going to boxing now. I would like to really open the door for another girls. I think this is the main focus. I think it's like bringing more ones for the sport. And I'm really happy to really, I'm happy to be around the sport and the opportunity for the women.
Yeah, well, since you've talked about, obviously MMA and boxing are completely different. Adapting your style over the years, what's something you had to unlearn from your early days to stay dominant in today's fight game in both in the cage and in boxing? Like, what did you have to change, and what do you have to switch off?
You can see like in MMA, in MMA you get a lot of punches, but not like a boxing. Box for sure you're gonna get a hit somehow. It's a boxing. In MMA you can trick a little bit kick, and move around, take it down. Box not. So the one thing I've been learning, like you're gonna get a hit some lot of more times in MMA. You will. So and the different thing is the timing too. Like
Hmm.
usually I fight 5 minutes 5 rounds, 5 minutes around. This I'm gonna fight 2 minute round. It's really quick, fast, the MMA. So it's really been I've been learning that work more for like 2 minutes around, and then the boxing MMA usually you punch over punch MMA you do hard
Mm.
punch. In boxing it's like the guys doing 12 rounds the 3 minutes. It's not ever punch, it's really hard. It's like you have to play around. Some you set up, you move around. So this is I've been learning from boxing. You have to set up and you get it the nice shot when you prepare for the nice shot. So it's little things, little tricks I've been learning. But I love it. It's a big challenge. The stand too. So the way you stand in the fight is different when you do MMA. Because MMA you have to be prepared for block the kick or defend takedown. So it's a lot of different things. But for me, I think it's a it's a challenge and nice for me. I'm learning, and for sure, you can see my last fight. I use a lot of footwork in my
Hmm.
fight. If I don't want to go to you, you have to come to me. So I start to play the game different way. So this will help me for MMA for sure.
When since you are training with Jose Benavides Sr., um, obviously I don't know if David Benavides was there to help you or anyone that he's fight. Who do you watch tape of? It could be past boxers, current boxers. Who do you watch tape of that you try to not necessarily mimic their style, but evolve your style into the several of the fighters that you watch?
Been watching some boxing fight. I watch the girls like Katie Taylor. I watch some Serrano live fights. The one of the fights I like to watch Pacquiao. I have the opportunity to watch David train when in Benavides, but not much. We don't have much because we have a lot of so many athletes in the gym, so it's all different time. We
Hmm.
train some train 10, some train 11, some train 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. So it's all different time. But soon I have the opportunity to sit there and sparring. I learn some different, and I love it. I love. I think I can have a little bit each fighter. Because the reality you have to do your own style.
Yeah.
You have to see what work for you. This is really I love to work with your coach Benavides, Jose, because he don't want to change the way I'm fighting. And I like be training with Mexicans too because I have Mexican style. I go further, I go to the war. I'm a hunter, so then I'm a work with them and learn with them the way they do. It's really special for me. He's giving me tools for me getting better.
Hmm.
Move around, move ahead, the setup. So, but he's really enjoy having my style. And then one thing I I think you cannot teach. It's the way like your heart.
Yeah.
It's your heart. You know if you are a dog or not dog. It's
Yeah.
your heart. So you cannot teach this, but you can teach people tools for to win the fight and find the strategy. But have to be inside you. You know how much you want.
When you say that you have two MMA fights left on your contract and then you can focus on boxing, what is the end goal for boxing? Let's just hypothetically say it, because I know I remember when we follow each other on Twitter. I don't know who's running your Twitter. I don't know if it's you. I don't know if it's anybody, but I know that Claressa Shields was also called out, I think, last year or something. And I remember an interview we put out, Giandra and I, my co host, we put out, and someone from your handle, not, I don't know if it's you, but said
Uh-huh.
you need to move down in weight. And we know Clarissa Shields is four-time undisputed from 154 and up. And we've asked, can she move down? I watched an interview and she mentioned, and I'm just saying what she said, so I want to hear what you have to
Oh,
say,
good. Uh-huh.
that the fight was at 154. There was a lot of money on the line. And then you said, okay. And then she said that you complained the weight was too big. Why don't you come to 147 so I can knock you out? Was there, I just want to clarify and you can confirm, was there a fight for big money? This interview was done last year, so I don't know what year it was done, when this fight was supposed to happen. And it was for big money, don't know where. And the weight class was at 154. Can you confirm this or speak your truth on it?
I don't have nobody call my team and say, okay, you wanna fight the Clarissa Shields this type of money. The reality what happened, it's I fight 145 MMA. So I already told my team I can fight her at 154. I don't have any
Okay.
problem fight 154. So she have to do some sacrifice here. I think
Hmm.
the word is not like the you want you have to do some sacrifice. So the team says she didn't can make anymore 154. So she's really heavy, but I'm a walk around like from fight 154. So I already go up the weight. She have a lot of experience. She's have amateur fights, a professional fights. You guys know I have like 4 fights, 5 fights in boxing. So I just say I already told my team I can make 154 for make the fight happen. I don't have any problem. I love challenge, and she can charge herself a little bit to one diet. Maybe this fight can happen and the fans gonna be willing to be happy to watch. I'm not like you guys follow me in MMA fight. I don't like to talk much. I'm not the type of person. I like to put the work together and I already did a lot of sacrifice in MMA, like to cut to the weight, everything. And I already say I can make up 154. So she need can come a little bit below. But the team say already she cannot. But she's willing to do this fight. I think you can see the biggest fight coming now. Serrano again, Katie Taylor. Is she willing to do a big fight? For sure, it's gonna have promoter who would like to make this fight happen. For sure.
It's unfortunate because women move up and down in weight so much because just to make some big fights happen. I mean, we
Yeah, but
see
the reality,
Mikhail.
the reality is just to move up, né? Up,
Yeah,
up,
yeah, yeah,
up,
yeah.
up is easy. Go up.
Yeah, you just eat, but you have to make sure your power carries through with it.
Yeah, you have to go up, but really, it's really tough. You have to go down the division. You have to. There's a lot of discipline, but I don't want to get off of the way, so I already give up all the experience. So
Yeah.
154, I'm willing to do. This is my next fight to 154, and I'm very excited because the reality, I have to. I'm a contain fight bought MMA, so I'm
Hmm.
gonna have to go on 45.
Yeah.
after this boxing fight. So you have to maybe keep it a little bit in the line. I cannot go too off because I really have the two sports going together.
Let's just say that that fight never somehow pans out. Let's just hypothetically say. I remember when Cecilia Braekhus was undisputed a while ago. It was the last HBO fight. They were lining up a fight with you and her. Would you still be wanting to fight Cecilia Braekhus if she doesn't fully retire?
Yes, my team, I got a call about this fight. I'm really thankful for the opportunity. If it happens, it's going to be amazing. And Cecilia did a lot of her sport. I can have the opportunity to share the ring with her. It's going to be an amazing fight.
Well, I mean, we would like to see it, but you have to get past Precious Harris McCrary. You are a fighter through and through. Do you watch tape for fighters that you're going to be competing against, or do you have your team do that?
My team doing, but we sit together and we watch together, be in the camp. But my
Mhm.
team we usually watch first, and after we sit down, we watch together for, plan and training. So we work all together.
I mean, this is a big moment for Precious. She's come from Brooklyn, and to know that her opponent is the one and only Cris Cyborg. That's, you, like I said, you are a legend in combat sports and you're making your way. So anything can happen. It's boxing. But what I do love is that the women are the co-main event on a card
Uh,
that apparently has more than just boxing, which I'm grateful for because thank you, Scott, for putting on a boxing fight on this kind of a card. For this kind of fight, can people just purchase tickets? Is it going to be televised, or how does this one work?
I didn't hear anything about televised, but you can go watch a live if you live in California. It's going to be in San Jose.
Hmm.
You can go to online. You can go to my website. Go to the Night Fight San Jose. And yes, I'm very thankful. It's going to be exciting fight. Don't miss that.
Okay, now enough of boxing because I do follow you on Twitter. You are a huge animal lover. You're a mother. You are a big person in Bitcoin. Let's talk about your daughter first. Do you want
Okay.
your daughter to fight or be in this brutal sport that you worked so hard for to give her a life?
No, I want to do. She does do what she's really feeling in her heart. She did the wrestling. She trained Muay Thai before. She was doing little boxing training. More for self defense, fitness. I think it's like for be a fighter, have to be inside your heart. But she have a heart. I see she's been training, but the reality, she like to compete, but she don't like to dedicate training every day. So
Oh, yeah.
and they say, how you do this? You go to the war on training, but she's is a different type person. But if you really want to be the champion, dedicated, you have to really dedicated training and discipline. But I don't force her. I think this has to see inside her heart. I started MMA when I was 19 years old. I think it was never late when you have a dream and you put a lot of
Mhm.
work into. But I always let she do what she felt in her heart. I think the first thing I tell her, you have to love what you do. Because when you get a difficult, you don't there this for the money and they're gonna quit. You have to love because always gonna have a hard time. But because you love, you're gonna continue grinding. So this is the one thing I always tell her.
I can only imagine you if your daughter does compete and you're the coach. Oh man, I
No, the
can't even.
reality, I was going for her in some wrestling tournament, and then she told me, "Are you not allowed to come anymore?" So she cut me off. So I was super proud of her, watching her, and then she said, "No, I don't want to go anymore. The people talking." I felt like, okay, so
Does she know? There's a lot of kids, either juniors or the kids of really big athletes, especially in our sport. Does she understand who you are as Cris Cyborg versus Cris, my mom? Like, and you just happen to be really good at what you do. Does she understand the gravity of who you are in combat sports?
I think she started learning more and more, when she's getting older because it's hard to see when you live with the people all day. Because for me, for her, I'm a normal like a Chris, stay with her, take care of her. But I think when we go out and she see how people getting crazy, I think she started learning. But if I think for her, I'm a Chris. She knows me really really
Mhm.
well. She look at me, she already know. She said,
Oh,
Chris, what's going on? She really read you,
yeah. Now, I know that it's not anything new about crossover fights. Holly Holmes, I mean, Amanda Serrano, a lot of women in boxing, Claressa Shields, they had to do it obviously because women weren't getting fights in boxing. And
Yes.
I haven't really seen too many MMA female fighters come into our sport. If you could run it back with Amanda Nunes, since you did have that loss in 2018, would you do it in a boxing ring, if you could? And do you think she would take it that?
That's a good option. But I believe if I lost MMA, I would like to do the MMA in the
Yeah.
rematch. But rematch is every option. Let's see. But
Hmm.
I think you do number one. I think they have the rematch and to see how we study the way is going to be better.
Yeah. Now, I know I don't have much time with you, but my God, you have no idea how much notes I have on you because you're fascinating. I
Thank
learned
you.
that your parents wanted you to be a dentist, so that's why
Yes.
I asked your mom about your daughter. It'd be funny if your daughter became a dentist, but
I give
why
the
did
option for her. She's always in dentist, so I always tell her maybe you should do dentist.
why did you have a fascination with teeth? Is that why your parents thought you could be a dentist?
No, my mom like she always on the dentist. She always telling me. I think she one of her dream, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
I
yeah.
was your parents like to put your dream and the kid. I think she her dream, and then she was. But I was never have a dream to do a dentist, and I'd be a dentist, and I was like, no, my thing.
So opposite of what your parents wanted you to be and then what you ended up being. Yeah, you just
Yes,
want to kick people in the face and punch.
yes.
Yeah, you are a businesswoman through and through. I know Bitcoin is, God, if I can only, or if you can only predict and tell me how to, when to buy, or what is whole. I'm very new at Bitcoin. I
Older,
mean, I'm not even new. I
older.
just holder, yes. What's some advice you can give me or give the people that are going to watch for people who are new to Bitcoin? Like, how do you buy Bitcoin? Do you just buy when everyone's buying, or you don't know because it's so unforgivable?
So I have it different ways. Some people buy one go deep, but some people buy a little bit every 2 weeks. I think that when you see this way, you can see the graph not going down, they're going up, and when you consistently, you're buying a little bit. But if
Hmm.
you want more about Bitcoin, you can buy the book, Bitcoin Standard. You can find Amazon anywhere,
What's
and
it
you can
called?
read more about
Bitcoin what?
Bitcoin Standard.
Standard. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can read, you can learn. I think the first thing you put the app in your phone and start to learn more and do yourself. Don't ask for people do for you, but you learn about and you do yourself. I think it's important because you have to know your keys, have to do your password. You control your Bitcoin. This is the most important. You own your Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You do all the transaction. But I believe reading the book is the number one. Um, and I believe Bitcoin is the freedom. So.
This is an interesting question. Do you think that fighters should be paid in crypto? And if so, would you ever take a purse in crypto?
I believe if you're going to be getting paid in Bitcoin, no
Oh,
crypto.
I'm sorry, in Bitcoin. I
Bitcoin.
apologize.
Yes, I believe you can have a lot of investment, and the Bitcoin is one of them. And the one I believe is going to be the future. And
Hmm.
for sure, we already have the basketball player got to pay in Bitcoin. I think it was the first one. And I think if you get to choose what you would like to get in pay, I think the Bitcoin is the option.
Is Bitcoin easy to cash out? Because I mean, I know like it's obviously not tangible. You have the key, but are there ATMs or something that you can take the money out? That's how much I don't know about Bitcoin.
Now have some places actually you put to the internet see where is have the Bitcoin or ATM so you can over there you can deposit the money in your account, you can transfer it, you can take money if you need. If you want to send the money for another country, if a person have the Bitcoin, you can send
Yeah.
straight for the person. You can do a lot of things. So
Mm.
but you can have it for sure, Bitcoin ATM. So
My
you can do
Bit
that
my Bitcoin
transaction.
101. And okay, my last question on Bitcoin. Which do you think is more volatile? MMA matchmaking or the crypto market?
I'm gonna get the MMA matchmaker.
Oh, Cris Cyborg, it was such a pleasure to finally speak with you. We can't wait. I can't wait to see you get in the ring and then your last two final fights to get in the cage. But you guys tune in May 17th. She is making her 20th anniversary in combat sports. Check her out. She's going to be at the Tech CU Arena in San Jose, California. Get tickets and a website where they can look for tickets, Chris.
Yes, you can go to my chriscyborg.com. You can follow my Instagram. You're gonna, my team being shared. Everything is gonna be in San Jose May 17. No miss that. I'm very excited to complete 20 years anniversary in the mixed martial art.
Wow, congratulations. Oh, real fast, I got to ask you, Katie Taylor or Amanda Serrano in the trilogy? Who do you have?
I'm going to the biggest fight for the girls. I don't know. Let's
Yeah,
see.
you don't know. Wait, you don't, do you have a prediction for them?
I don't have prediction.
You don't want to tell me or you don't have
I
one?
don't have I don't have prediction. I know they both go for war. It's a great fight. And
Uh-huh.
this is gonna be the third one. The first one I was there to watch alive. And
Who
hopefully
won to
maybe they're
you
gonna
since
be
you were
watch alive
there?
again too. But I
Who
don't have
won?
prediction. They're both the hero, they're both doing great for the sport. And
Uh-huh.
I hope they make the big fight in boxing in May. It's gonna be amazing.
Okay, and then last one, Canelo versus Crawford.
Crawford. I think Crawford's gonna get it.
By stoppage or points?
Points. I
Okay.
believe it to be points.
Well, that fight is announced in September here in Las Vegas. But Cris Cyborg, congratulations, congratulations on your 20th anniversary in MMA sports. You are such a legend, and again, it is a pleasure for me to for you to be on our show, Best Women's Boxing Show. Period. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
and
very
best
much.
of luck to you, May 17th.
Okay.
All right, guys, you guys tune in. May 17th, Cris Cyborg is gracing the ring once again in boxing. So make sure you guys check her out. All right, guys, I'm Cynthia Conte. See you guys at fights. Bye, guys.